You smile, but you want to cry. You talk, but you want to be quiet. You pretend like you're happy, but you aren't. That feeling when you're not necessarily sad, but you just feel really empty. It is better to be alone than be with someone who makes you feel alone. Today is a very special edition of Have Faith, Let It Begin. We take a look back at the times when I felt I was alone. And I think it is only fitting that we share a personal testimony, because I know that many of you have written to me and asked me for prayer because you feel like you're alone. I've been there. I know how it feels. But I'm here to tell you, you're not alone. Have Faith, Let It Begin starts right now.
When I walk through deep waters, I know that you will be with me. When I'm standing in the fire, I will not be overcome. Through the valley of the shadow, I will not fear. I am not alone. I am not alone. You will go before me. You will never leave me. I am not alone. I am not alone. You will go before me. You will never leave me.
Welcome to Have Faith. Let it begin. Here's your host, Angel Santana.
Good morning, and welcome to Have Faith, Let It Begin. I'd like to give a shout out to Kari, Jobe, I Am Not Alone, a live performance. You can find that in our description. Also available on YouTube. You know, many of you are probably thinking, whoa, where did this come from? Well, I'm going to get a little bit deep and personal with you this morning. You see, there are times in my life where I remember a little bit about my past. There are times when I feel down, insecure, feel as if I'm not the person that I should be. It all stems from a past relationship and a past experience that I had when I was in my early 20s. I experienced a very devastating breakup. I experienced some verbal abuse. I also experienced heartache and depression. I'm not a person that is embarrassed to admit that. I believe sometimes you have to put yourself out there so that others can hear what maybe they are going through. You know, you can't be strong all the time. Sometimes you just need to be alone and let your tears out. I remember feeling at the lowest of the lows during the early 2000s when I was dealing with the breakup. And the hardest part for me was trying to figure out how I can rise up and fight the good fight. How did I put myself in such a bad or awkward position? How did I find myself in a relationship so toxic that I didn't feel I should have been a part of? You know, we all grow up thinking that we have so much to offer the world and to others. When you fall in love for the first time, you get butterflies in your stomach. You feel confident and you feel like nothing can go wrong. But sometimes you get caught up in a moment. You get caught up in a situation where you don't realize it until it's too late. And that happened to me. I allowed an individual to make me feel as if I was alone. And when the time came and I was basically shown the door, I felt as if I failed. I felt alone. And being lonely and being alone is not easy. Being alone is one thing, but feeling alone is the whole different story. You know, I read a quote once by Robert Paul Smith that says, on being alone, it says, I think it's a good thing to do. You get to know yourself, and I think it's the most important thing in the whole world, and that's being alone. But for some of us, we feel as if we're invincible. Or, as some people would say, invisible. See, some people look at things in two different ways. Some people, when they are down and out of their luck, they don't feel as if anything can happen. Like, for example, you've already reached the lowest of the low, so what else can go wrong? For me, I went through what felt like it was a non-ending depression. And sometimes, even today, when I have lack of sleep, or I feel like I've done something wrong, or if I feel that I'm failing as a parent, or as a colleague, or as a coworker, or as a producer at times, you can easily find yourself feeling slightly depressed. One of the things that I've been grateful about is my faith, and my faith in God, and my faith in the ability that I have to know that what I have to offer the world is amazing. And now, I don't mean that to come across not sarcastic, wrong choice of words, excuse me guys. I don't mean to come across conceited or narcissistic. But I know deep down in my heart that God has put me here for a reason, for a purpose. And I know that many of you today are hearing this message and saying, wow, I was there, or I'm there now. So the way I want to close out today's episode is quite simple. I have gone through a depression. I have been in and out of depressions throughout my 20s, 30s, and even my 40s. But one thing is for sure. God is with you. God believes in you. God trusts you. God will never leave your side. So today, on this Friday, February 25th, 2022, many of us are dealing with so many different things and struggles and obstacles and challenges. Don't allow that to be your downfall. Allow yourself the ability to channel the good. Because remember, sometimes in life, we have to do things, we have to feel things, we have to learn. It doesn't always mean that it's a good feeling, but while we're going through our deepest sorrows or our sadness, there's always a message. There's always something we can gain out of it. I remember one time I felt as if, the person who tries to keep everyone happy often ends up feeling the loneliest. That's not accurate. The person that has the biggest heart can overcome any and every challenge. You just have to put your mind to it and trust your faith in God. May all of you have a great weekend. May you feel blessed. May our Heavenly Father come into your hearts, provide you with peace of mind, and give you the path of righteousness. I hope all of you have a great weekend, and I'll see you again on Monday. Have faith. Let it begin.